WI.
Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Milhouse.
Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, welcome back.
Flo. Maze is deaf, but I'm not. So can we turn these down? Because I feel like my mama is hollering. Okay, that's better.
Wait,
good morning.
Mine was fine. You could put mine back up a little bit.
Yeah. I was like, good morning. Scared myself. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Flo. I should have said good morning. Did I say good morning before I start fussing? I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good
They
morning.
say he said his name is Flo. I just feel like I should call him peanut butter because he's the color of peanut butter. I can't. I'm trying to log on to the Book of Dawn, but I'm not able to log on. So thank y'all for logging on. Maybe I have to just restart. Are you on it? Did you get on it? Okay. Maybe it's my computer. Good morning. Today is what's today?
Hump Day.
Hump
Wednesday.
Day. Okay, today is Wednesday, December 16th,
Yep.
right? In the year of 2020 of our Lord, in my Lutheran voice, it is
15 more days left of this madness.
chilly outside. It's 34 degrees, and it was snowing when I came in.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Pull your boots out.
I know. I forgot to put them on. I don't have socks on either.
Today is National Day of Reconciliation. This day was established in 1995 at the end of apartheid. It was a day created with the intention of fostering unity and reconciliation, national unity in South Africa. A lot of the things that they were trying to do were take it back to like the 1864 year of the Day of the Vow when they just vowed to have unity. Maybe we should have a day of reconciliation in the United States because there's a lot of stuff going on that need to be reconciliated.
Amen.
I made that word up. My favorite things. I've been gone 2 days, so I bought 3 things. The first thing is, if you know me, shouts out Nikki Hayes, I love chapstick. I'm addicted to chapstick, specifically the brand Burt's Bees. It's a little on the pricey. See, it's a little on the pricey side, but I love it.
Now, did you used to like the Bonnie Bell lip smackers when you were younger?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Which was your favorite? My favorite was Orange Crush.
All of them.
tasted
The Dr. Pepper.
See, I didn't like that, but I just don't, because I don't like Dr. Pepper, but the 7-Up and...
Man, and that was the best stocking stuffer of life.
Yes.
Was that in the Lifesaver book.
Yes.
But yes, so Burt's Bees is my chapstick of preference. I like the vanilla bean. I tried coconut recently. Don't like it. Second favorite thing is Mael. Brown Girl Magic, Mael hair products. This is a rosemary mint serum, essentially. It helps with waking up the follicles and regrowth for your hair. You just put a little drop in. So
Wake up! Okay.
yeah, you just rub it in, and you can put it on your ends as well. And this is these are the only 2 products I use, actually. This is the Edge Tamer. Black girls, y'all know what this is. When you need to lay it down so that you don't got the flybacks. I learned about Edge Tamer through my youngest daughter, who was a dancer, and they couldn't have flyaways. They had to have their bun when they were performing. And I was like, how do you keep it down? Because my hair is not like most.
Will that do it for this,
So
too?
I used to use water. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so maybe, right.
But it's for like your edges. So like if you pull your hair back, you put this on and then you kind of brush it in and you see how it stays in place.
Yeah.
The difference in hers and most are that this doesn't give you like a cracky, pasty kind of thing.
Yeah, and
This
then it
is
breaks
very-
off and it flakes a little bit.
Yeah,
sometimes.
this will not break your hair off. She has 2 of them. This one, I'm not signing off on the big pink one. This one is all natural, organic, and will not break your hair. So that's the other thing. And then the last one are candles. These are all made by friends of mine. This is
candles.
Bambi Montgomery is a perfumer, and she makes candles. That's Bambi's. This is from Charisse, Light and Love Candles. And this is from Jacinta Fisher, JMF Home Designs. So those, I'm going to have all those girls on the show as well. So yes, I'm going to tag them in the thread when I can get in the thread.
Oh, and she's got it. That's nice. I love candles.
Yeah,
candles are just, I don't know. They're sexy and they're nice and they're classy. I don't know. Candles are just cool.
They are.
Yeah, they are very cool.
Happy birthday, Crazy Howard McGee.
Oh yeah, today's the 16th. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Christopher Bodley, Luther South Brave, Drew Brown, Luther South Brave, and Jean Mojiku, who works for Milhouse Engineering and Construction and comes to all my volunteer efforts for the charity. Also, happy belated birthday. I told you last night, but I'm going to say it again. Happy birthday, Maurice Mahan. We might play his song later. He did his video shoot last night. It was really, really dope. Word of the day is penultimate, spelled Penultimate. It is an adjective. It means last, but in a series of things. It means more than ultimate. I know that sounds like the English language, which is always difficult. Use in a sentence. The Alabama Crimson Tide is the #1 ranked team in the penultimate college football rankings. Right? So, the top teams are, it's playoff time. Roll Tide for real. And then just shouts out Randy Crumpton, rest in peace, December 16th, 2018, made a post. And it says, there is a group of successful black women in Chicago who are so supportive of each other. And whenever you see them, they're having the best life. But mostly I love the way Sandy Robinson, Juan Teague, Nikki Hayes, Dawn Milhouse, Peyton Wilborn, Donna Grant, Melody Winston, Catrice Armstrong, Jada Russell, Desiree Watkins, L.S. Emery, Griselda Walls, she's a brave, Mary Datcher, Gina B., Tyra Martin, Deborah Olivia Farmer, and Dartisha Pitts, and so many others love and support on each other. That's why we do Woman Crush Wednesday. Wow. I thought it was really appropriate because one of those ladies is in today's guest, Donna Grant, and several of those ladies we've already spoken with. Wow. So
that was 2 years. Wow, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Randy.
He was a good guy.
Super good guy. So we're going to take a break and come back with our first crush of the day, and that is Chiquita White. She is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, owns a boutique called Kiwis, and you can go over there and get Kiwi Cute. She's got some specials going on for Christmas. I want her to talk about it, but I also want her to talk about how she reinvests in the community and in furthering the cause of powerful black women. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. Tell your friends, share, like. We'll be right back.
Ty Stroger here at What's in It for the Black People Media. We would like to wish you and your family a very happy, safe holiday season.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Hey, you want
Claus is a black man. Santa Claus is a black man. Santa, look, here's the thing.
He's handsome like my daddy,
I don't
too.
care what color he is, long as he come. Okay, Santa Claus could be green, striped, polka dotted. Just get here. Yeah, that's all. But that's cute.
That is
Santa
really
Claus.
cute.
Santa Claus. I guess Santa Claus for her. Claus. That is so cute. Hey, listen, I forgot to say happy belated birthday to my Luther South Brave Monica Allen, who's really like my cousin. She's Mike Conley and Steve Conley's first cousin.
Okay.
But you know, me and Michael used to go together.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I never, even though he left me, she never left me. That's a whole nother funny story. Anyway, You see that pretty face, Chiquita White? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning,
We are a little
sunshine.
delayed for
Yep.
some reason.
45 seconds. Good morning, beautiful.
All Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Welcome to the Book of Dawn. Today is Who's That Girl? Woman Crush Wednesday, and you are our first woman crush today. Chiquita White is one of Chicago's most successful mavens and entrepreneurs. She has actually coined the term stylepreneur because she's all about bringing the fashion and style element to everything she does, whether it's dress or an event or how she rehabs homes as another revenue stream. She began her grassroots journey to pursue a career in fashion by operating a boutique catered to women of all shapes and sizes because she has a divine passion for fashion. In 2005, she opened the doors to Kiwi's Boutique in hopes of becoming a staple in the Chicago community in fashion and branding. And 13 years later, has grown to a nationwide brand. I see Yo-Yo when she comes to town, shops in there and does live videos. And she's the go-to person for Taraji and all the celebrities when they need something really dope, very different and very unique to wear. And I love her little hashtag. She says, when you've been blessed by Kiwi's Boutique, you're Kiwi cute.
Oh,
That's it.
She also has worked with Sarah Jakes Roberts, who is, I know we've cried at services together, who is just a woman of God, anointed, and a for real down-to-earth sister girl. So the range of her clientele.
Yes, she is.
Absolutely. Chiquita, can you tell us about like where you went to high school and where you started, when fashion became your passion?
So I attended Austin Community Academy on the west side of Chicago. And fashion wasn't really my thing back then. I actually was more into like helping others, like that was my thing, like the kids in school that nobody wanted to hang with, and all of that, like those were the people that I like to hang around and actually, take under my wing. So fast forward to college, fashion actually became my thing then because I was a taller, more curvy young lady, and just finding clothes that wasn't like just off the rack in your big box stores was a challenge for me. So that's when I started, doing some research and saying, are there other women out there that are experiencing the same type of setbacks that I am when it comes to finding something different and unique to wear? So as I started doing research, I found out that there were a lot of women out there that felt the same way. And then that's when I started getting into this whole fashion segment of my life.
Okay. And that is a really big thing. For men and women, but more specifically for women of color, because it is very difficult. We don't fit the prototype of who they make the clothes for. And
Correct.
So you develop that first. Let me pause. Let me roll back. what I think started your journey in love of community was born just then, when you decided you took a conscious effort to hang around people that were not the it or the perceived it.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to just note that because you've carried that through to so many women whose lives you've blessed through another venture of yours that was born from Kiwis. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. When you get to the point you want to open a store, many women have great ideas but don't know how to execute. Tell us about how that process evolved for you.
Well, when I actually started my process, of course, like many other entrepreneurs, I didn't have an idea of what I was doing or how to do it or any of that. So I basically just winged the process, and it's so different now, but I'll talk about that later. But like back when I started, it was like, throw something on a wall and hope it sticks, and if that doesn't work, then try something else. So basically that's how I did things for like the first 2 years, blindly and just trying and hoping that things would work. And just as time, went by, I was able to connect with a young lady like 2 years later, and she actually was able to give me some guidance and just help steer me in the right direction and put me around other like-minded women who was able to pour into me as well.
Okay. And now, financing. Did you tell us about how to finance this? Did it start in your home and then go into a physical brick and mortar?
So I jumped out the window. Like Steve Harvey say, just jump. Right. So I jumped out the window. I actually opened, I didn't start online. I didn't start like in my house or doing pop-ups. I actually opened a brick and mortar from day one. And glory to God, I've been able to sustain that brick and mortar up until, still currently. So I went all in. And I was and still in corporate America for a very long time. I didn't actually leave my corporate job till like about 3 years ago. I think it's been about 3-4 years ago. I always juggled the two because I just, from that uncertainty standpoint, not knowing, if it was going to work or not. So I kept that for a while, a long time, shall I say, until I was able to get that more confident feeling and leaving corporate America.
Now, Chiquita, I think that it shows a great deal of faith that you decided, listen, this is what I'm going to do. A lot of us like to stay in our comfort zone, but you successfully stepped out of your comfort zone. And we're going to take a break, but come back. And I want to pick your brain and ask for any advice you'd give somebody who is teetering between keeping that good paycheck and insurance and deciding to, as you said, jump out the window and go all in. Because I think there's a different personal investment when you decide to do that, and it raises the level of the hustle. But we're going to take a break so we can pay the brick and mortar bills for this building and come back. This is Chiquita White. Who's That Girl? Woman Crush Wednesday, Kiwi's Boutique. Y'all can go and follow it during the break. Kiwi's Boutique on Instagram and Facebook. And she's got a special, and we're going to tell you about it. But go ahead and shop. We'll be right back. This is the Book of Dawn.
Tune in every Sunday. Don't miss it. Live from the West Center for the Black People Media Studios. It is the Kickoff Kickback. Join the conversation with the brothers, Eugene McIntosh, Herb Howard, and myself, Terrence Tomlin.
We got analysis live from the stadium. The brother Joe Lewis will be following through. We got great guests coming in, players, personnel, people.
Say what? We do our thing every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, taking you right up to kickoff.
We picking the full slate of NFL games. We talking fantasy football. Gino got you covered on all the bets. It's a kickback.
Make sure y'all join the conversation. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and continue to help us push the culture forward.
Don't miss it every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, live here from the West Center for the Black People Media Studios.
In Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
Tamika Scott. Yeah. As we take this journey through life, we face trials and tribulations. But just know, the enemy is not gonna win. Cause the storm is almost over. That's right. The storm is almost over.
Don't you give up. You come too far to turn back now. Hold your head up. It's almost over. It's a setup to take you to your destiny. It's gonna be alright. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, this is your season. Just keep on believing. Blessings you'll be receiving. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It will be alright.
Hey y'all,
I
the
need
storm
it.
is almost over because we got the thing, the vaccination.
Oh, I was thinking about the snow. I was like, I put on shoes with no socks today. I forgot to put my boots on. I ran out the house and like it just started snowing.
Baby, the storm. Listen,
Yeah,
tell
that
Tamika
storm,
Scott
yeah.
that song is going to be the anthem because the
Yes.
storm is almost over, y'all.
Yes.
How-
Tamika Scott.
yeah, Tamika Scott from Escape. That's her new song.
Okay.
Ain't it a jam?
I like it.
Me too. Listen, if you're just tuned in, we're talking to Chiquita White, who is a stylepreneur. That is a combination of style and entrepreneur because fashion is one of her passions. She's the owner of Kiwi's Boutique. I see you know my cousin, Tony Holland. She said, "Hey, Kiki." I said, "Well,
Yes.
I didn't even know your name was Kiki." And she one up me, but that's okay. She's blood. So we were before the break, Chiquita. Before the break, Kiki. We were talking about that second leap that you take. So you have a comfortable job that's guaranteed money in something you enjoy, and then you decide, I have to go all in. Tell me how difficult that was and what advice you would give another entrepreneur teetering on that fence.
Oh God, it's. I mean, well, that's why I stayed in corporate America so long after starting my business, because there's so many layers to it. Just besides the financial piece of it, there's so many layers to it as far as, like I had like very strong relationships with like a lot of my coworkers and things like that. And I was attached to them. They were like family. I didn't want to separate from them. And that was a piece of it, along with, having that fear of, like you said, leaving that guaranteed check and strictly dependent on consumers to provide a living for you and your family. It could be very challenging. But what I've learned during that process is that I was unable to upscale my brand and take my brand to the next level because I was so limited to the amount of time that I could actually put into my business, because I was giving like 12 hours of my day to corporate America. And then whatever was left when I wasn't exhausted, I would put that into the business. So I just I started looking at those around me that had started their businesses like around the same time that I did, or even after me. And everyone was just becoming they were growing so rapidly. And when I would ask them, like, what is it? How is it? And what do you think about it? They would always say, it's the time that I put into my business. The time that you're not putting into your business is 9 times out of 10 what's hindering you. So that's when I decided that I can't keep going back and forth with myself about this. I need to make a decision. Worst case scenario, I could just go back to corporate America, right?
Facts. Now, Chiquita, I have a question because I was looking at your website during the break, and your website alone, I love this. Do you come up, these names are like awesome, with nice to meet you dress, you like it wild set, fancy is an understatement, these standalone clothes. Then you have like the plus babes. It's not just, you make everything stand out. Is that do you come up with all those names? I think it's awesome. I love this website.
Thank you so much. Yes, I come up with everything. And I just got an assistant finally, like within the last couple months. So I'll be able to delegate some things so that I could just focus more on that piece, because that's very important, especially with us becoming an online world. So I really need to step that up, tighten it up, and make sure that it's, speaking to the visitors that come to my website.
Awesome. Cute book cover, like her face mask. Cute book. You detail everything, and which would make somebody like me just want to stay on just because of the names alone, and then seeing it. It really jumps out. So yeah, I love this website.
Chiquita, tell me about your pivot in the pandemic.
I promise you, I wasn't expecting this. Like nobody. I know nobody was, but I have to say my spiel too. I wasn't expecting this. And I had to think about, number one, I got to survive this. Like, I've been through the recession. When we had the recession, I survived that. I'm going to survive the pandemic. It's not going to take me out. So pivoting my business, I have the platform. Thank God for that. A lot of people that have businesses didn't have a platform when this happened. So not only were they trying to pivot their business, they was trying to get a platform at the same time. So I had the platform, check, right? Mm-hmm. So the next thing I needed to do was to figure out what else would my platform be interested in besides what I was already offering them. Everything is shut down. Nobody is really dressing up anymore. Everybody wants to be, comfortable and things like that. So that's when I started doing the research. Like, what is it that so I put a survey out, number one. I put a survey out to kind of find out what my customers would be interested in during this time. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started finding out, accessories, because people will still do accessories. They wanted more comfortable clothing, loungewear. We're all in sweatpants like 90% of the time really now. So just doing those type of things really helped me keep my business afloat. Mm-hmm. Did I see a decrease? Absolutely, I did. But that's why I have like a lot of the events done, and I try to educate other entrepreneurs that make sure that you're prepared for the unknown. And being able to put my business financially in a position when things were good, helped put me in a position to where if my sales are not what I need them to be, it's really not a big deal, because I've always financially planned for what if.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's a good segue. I want to ask this question though. One of the viewers is asking if you attended any school for fashion, or is this something that came naturally?
it came naturally. I went to school for behavioral science and criminal justice. Like my dream was to be a probation officer or do social work because I've always been into the field of, of helping people. So fashion was never my thing. It was just a God's giving idea that just came upon me. And just actually, when I decided to open my boutique, I had that same day, I had passed a test for Cook County Sheriff, because that's the direction that I was going in, and then I was going to go to probation. So that was my plan, and I decided to go another route and just became so involved into fashion, and now making it my livelihood.
Yeah, you had a plan, but then God had a plan.
That's it.
God's plan will stand. Amen.
Yes.
Just gotta always take it to the church.
That's it.
So you spoke a little bit before I interrupted you about some of your events, which are also very unique, that you host to share information with other women who have similar mindsets. And that is how $1 Million Mindset was born. Can you share with us about $1 Million Mindset?
Yes. So $1 Million Mindset, I've spent a lot of time pouring into entrepreneurs, as well as getting a lot of emails and DMs and inboxes about, can you help me? I love what you're doing. Where can I start? Things of that nature. And I said, if I keep getting these requests, evidently, once again, there is a need for something of this nature, a platform of this nature. And a lot of platforms of this nature, there wasn't a lot of them in Chicago. I would see them in Atlanta, New York, LA, but not really Chicago. So I said, I need to actually get something else going aside of the Kiwis Boutique, just to differentiate between the two and be able to assist women entrepreneurs. Sometimes I get men, but women entrepreneurs with getting the information that they need to start their business, grow their businesses in so many aspects. So that's my feel good, like that brings me so much joy when I'm able to assist women in starting and structuring their businesses.
Mm-hmm. And it's so, what that sisterhood does and that partnership takes some of that anxiety and fear that you actually live through away from that person and gives them a level of encouragement, kind of that you actually can do this because you've done it, and then you're reinvesting in that, taking some of that fear off, which is part of that spirit that was born when you were in school, reaching out for people who were the least of them, if that's correct way to say it. Now, what I also know is that you're a woman about your money, and so it's important for you to have different revenue streams. Can you share with us some of the other things you do and why you think it's so important to have different streams of revenue?
So real estate, I started into real estate like in the beginning of my whole fashion experience. I actually purchased my first home when I was 21. Most 21-year-olds are not trying to purchase homes, okay?
True.
So I started with that. I had about 5 investment properties outside of the actual property that I live in, and alongside my corporate job, alongside the Kiwis Boutique. And the importance of it is multiple streams of income, because you never know. Like, say, for instance, the pandemic, the clothing industry, like I said, things are shut down. People are not shopping as much, but you still have to live and you still have to survive. And I don't care if you give someone something for 60%, 70%, 80%. If they don't want to buy, they're just not going to buy.
True.
So with that being said, you have to have other that can still bring you income so that you're not stressed out when you do hit, you know, a slow period. Because I believe all businesses have some type of slow period, even before the pandemic.
Sure.
And you really need that backup plan so that you can still be able to do what needs to be done, and you don't want to start businesses and have different things going on and you're losing them as soon as you're facing difficulty or slow down. You still want to be able to nurture that business and keep it going till things pick back up again. So that was my whole reason. And plus, growing up, not having a lot, that, you know, started working at 14 years old. And I never wanted to have that feeling of not being able to, I don't know if I'm frozen on your end, but not being able to have the things that I desire.
Yeah, but you put in the work. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. I want you to share with our supporters what sale you do, because I know you have a sale going on there, and I'm going to share it with them, and then I'm going to run over there before they can get there so I can get whatever I want first. But I want you to share with them what's going on, and then you are a Chicagoan. So before I let you off this show, I have to ask you these questions so we can decide if you're real Chicago or if you're sort of Chicago. Because yesterday he was Chicago, but he had grown up into saying soda. This is Chiquita White, you guys. I'm putting links in here. So I need you guys to follow, like, start shopping. And we'll be right back with the $1 Million Mindset of Chiquita White.
Hey family, this is Lisa E. from the Book of Dawn, and I want to wish everybody a very happy holiday season and be safe. We love you.
What's up, good people?
Y'all go accept my request on the page so I can do the
Why would we do that? Why would we do that?
I'm trying to do the survey.
Why would we let you in? Why would we let you on the... You talking about the Iswiz Book Club page? No, why would
we're going to let you in, Ron. You need to read. I'm with that. I'm definitely put you on.
Somebody please let Ron in the Iswiz. Is it? I thought it was a public page.
I don't know. I don't run it.
I don't know who runs it. You got to talk to Shannon and Robin and...
You say what? Y'all group private like it's something special or something.
First of all, it is something special.
Ass.
Okay?
There's something special. Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Then you gonna talk it again. Don't get no punishment again now.
Right. They already came in there like, look at her being nice to Ron today. It wasn't gonna last.
You always mess.
I think Asia came in like, for now, like just for a little while.
Just for a little while.
Just for a little while. Just for a little while. Somebody let that man in the page. Somebody let that man in the page, Robin. Please let him in. I said what I said. Herb and 2, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. I am here 9 a.m. weekdays. That's Central Standard Time, not CP time. Okay? Right. Because my boss is CP-ish. He getting better, though. I'm going to be nice to him. He's getting better. Praise God. Thank you, Devontae. We are joined by, who's that girl? Chiquita White, $1 Million Mindset. I attended an event that she hosted. It was like a day pajama kind of party, but it wasn't a party. It was actually an informational engagement, and there were women there who talked about, there was a young lady there who was an attorney who helped people with copyrights and patents and getting their business papers. And so it was just very interactive. But all of us, the whole room was set like bedrooms.
Oh,
and
cool.
so everybody had on jammies, And, we had champagne because, I'm probably not going anywhere without, even church has wine. So, that's, So, but we all had on jammies and it was like we sat on beds and it was just real easy breezy, a really comfortable way to learn and then interact with women who had the same mindset. It was very cool.
That is a very cool because even remember growing up when you had slumber parties, that's when you used to find out which one of your friends' parents was getting divorced because somebody would break down at the slumber party or talk about how do they tell their parents that their uncle touched them inappropriately. I mean, that's all
true.
happened at a slumber party.
True.
We found out like the things going on when I don't know, something about spending the night with your friends and you have these talks. So
that's true.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, it was
I
much
might
fun.
be borrowing that. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
And it made for great pictures
Yeah.
for after the fact. So Chiquita, can you tell us, I saw a flyer on your Instagram. What specials do you have going on for Christmas?
So we're in the process of doing our 12 days of Christmas, of course. So every day for 12 days, and it started on this past Saturday. What was that, the 12th? So every day we have a different promotion where we're offering 20% off a specific collection on the website.
Okay, 20% off.
Yep, 20% off. So every day we post a different collection and we offer 20% off for up until midnight. And then it changes the next day to another collection.
That's a good idea. I've been doing my 12 favorite things, but I started it early because, newsflash, I won't be here on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I don't think I've ever said that out loud, but it will be a rebroadcast. Y'all rock with me, okay? I got to get ready. Santa Claus, what'd she say? Santa Claus was a black man. Santa Claus in my house is a black man and a black woman.
Hello.
So
I hope you go somewhere warm, of course.
Listen, if worst case scenario, I could take one of these studio lights and put it in my house and feel like I'm on a beach. Because between these studio lights and this jacket, I'm in menopause. Okay.
Okay. You're warm.
Chiquita, let me ask you these questions. I'm about to judge your Chicago-ness. I'm judging.
All right.
I'm being judgy right now. Do you put sugar or salt and pepper on your grits?
No sugar.
No sugar, so you're a salt and pepper girl?
Yes.
Yes.
Salt and pepper.
Do you say sneakers or gym shoes?
I say gym shoes.
We need the paddles. Let's make some paddles.
Right.
Are you a Cubs or White Sox girl?
I would say Cubs.
Yay. Thin crust or deep dish pizza?
Oh my God. Can I just pick both? But if I had to pick one, I would say deep dish.
Okay, that's Chicago, and yes, you can do both. Do you put ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
Mustard. I love mustard on my hot dog. It's my favorite. I'm so hungry right now.
Okay, well, would you have a soda or a pop with your hot dog with mustard?
Pop.
Thank you. I know the answer, but I'm going to say it because I have to. Harold's Chicken or Uncle Remus?
Uncle Remus.
I knew that, but I had to ask because people would think, they would think I had the inside story. Do you like Lem's dry rub style barbecue or Leon's style barbecue?
Leon's.
Facts. Freeway or expressway? How do you say it?
Expressway.
Thank you. Jewel or Jules?
Jewel.
Aldi or Aldi's?
Aldi.
Dibs or Cobb's?
Cobb's.
Washroom, restroom, or bathroom?
Bathroom.
Living room or front room?
Front room.
And do you go to the movies, the show, or the cinema?
Movies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you said movie. You didn't say the show.
Oh,
so she's
Mm-hmm.
Do you have aunties or aunties?
Aunties.
I think I'm gonna be solo with the auntie.
Except for my sister Patty. That's your only friend. Right? And so now I have to ask you one more that I'm about to add as I type it. Louisiana hot sauce or Frank's?
Louisiana.
Okay, because a lot of folks in the city like Frank's.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, where does this come from?
I hope Mr. Frank ain't listening, but it's garbage. Have you had Frank's? Do you like it?
He's shaking his.
I don't put that on everything.
Right.
That's the same.
Yeah, I like Louisiana, but I'm a Tabasco girl.
See, I don't like any hot sauce at all. None. I just like but I blame my
lay hands on
I
her.
blame my parents. They used to put Tabasco sauce when I would bite my nails when I was little.
It's so
to keep me from biting. And not only do I still bite my nails, but I hate all types of hot sauce. So
she like
right now. I just can't.
That part.
That's why I probably don't like sanitizer because soap and water. Okay.
So she's like, okay, TMI. She hit her thing like, okay, TMI, bye. Peanut butter, the hot sauce. Frank's or Flo, what are you?
I'm the hot sauce king. I put hot sauce on everything, and of course, it's Louisiana.
Look, yeah. Now, so you guys are saying it like you live in Chicago. It's Louisiana. You said Louisiana. Louisiana is Lil Wayne and Weezy Jefferson.
And they take to Louisville, Kentucky.
Right. Listen, Chiquita, I am grateful that you took. First of all, we've been doing this for 3 weeks, and because of me, I kept saying, "Okay, can we change it to next week?" And then, "Okay, can we change it to next week?" Because I am selfish sometimes, and I wanted to be the one to do the interview with you because I think you are worthy. People that don't know should know, and I feel like I wanted to selfishly bring you to my friends and viewers. The ones I know and the ones I don't know, because I think it's important. I wanted to support you the way that you support other people.
Well, that's a special Dawn feature because when you're not here, there's other features that people can do, but this one you personally know these people, and the way you ask and portray them is going to be different than anyone else that fills in. So this is just a special Dawn has to be here segment. So
yeah. Look, she's my friend.
Right. She's my friend.
But no, I love watching you.
I love it.
Go ahead,
I say you're so big on bringing women together, and it's just it's refreshing. It's organic. Like it's just so wonderful. So I'm so glad to know you. You know, it's just came at a perfect time in my life. I'm so glad.
and there's gumbo in the refrigerator for you right now. Look, this my gumbo baby. She'll text me, it's time for my fix. So I'm like her gumbo drug dealer.
Yeah.
Ride by, and she rides by, and I go drop it in. If somebody was videotaping us, we would look like a transaction for real.
I only got half a bowl left. I'll take it. Just bring me half a bowl. I got a straw. Right.
Listen, y'all check out my girl Chiquita White, Kiwi's Boutique. I put the thread in there for the website, but go on Instagram as well. She is that girl, Chiquita White, Kiwi's Boutique, $1 Million Mindset. Get your revenue streams in order. And guess what? She said earlier, you could get some advice from her. Hit her, DM her. And get some money with her and pray with her, because she's a praying sister too. Chiquita, I love you. Have a Merry Christmas and the happiest New Year. And I do have gumbo in the refrigerator, so I'll text you offline and make sure I get it to you before the holiday. Yay. Thank you. Can she hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. Cool beans. And we'll talk soon. I'll talk to you when I get a little bit later today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day, ladies.
Bye. Thank you. You tuned into the Book of Dawn. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
all the way with me.
Church Chicago's Power Hour.
Yeah,
I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys.
TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
you got an inspirational word for today?
Oh, man, I'll be honored. Giving honor to God. Amen. On Sunday morning, it's early, so we got to give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
The good word for today is don't worry. Oftentimes in our life, in our walk, in our days, in our journeys, we find a way to just worry about so many things.
Yeah.
And we just want to encourage you today that those worries is God's responsibility. It's God's responsibility, because at the end of the day, what we worry about, most times we can't handle.
Yes.
If we would agree together, we can't handle it. So we have to give it to God. That's his responsibility. And our job is to simply believe.
Yes.
I agree.
Simply believe. When we believe, the Bible says all things are possible.
Come on through here.
I better leave that alone.
Preach it already.
You feel it? So be anxious for nothing. Even the Bible says, don't worry about anything. In Matthew 6:33, it says, don't worry about anything, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things be added unto you. So we're here to encourage you. And I think that when we came on with the show, God's going to turn it around. A lot of people are kind of depressed, and they feel like they've lost a lot of loved ones. We're into the thousands with deaths and COVID. But do you believe that God's going to turn it around?
I got to believe it.
I mean, seriously. Why?
Why? Because he's did it before.
Come on.
And he'll do it again.
I believe.
Yes.
That you can do it again.
Yes. Yeah. Come on here.
Come on, I better leave that alone.
Somebody calling you right now.
Somebody calling you right now. If it ain't one thing, I better go. God's going to turn it around.
And I feel like we have to encourage the people, because so many people are just truly depressed. They're going through the holiday blues, and we want you to know that you don't have to be discouraged. But you can, in fact, be encouraged, because God's going to turn it around. I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one.
Got a couple of them.
Got
two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one.
Something
better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
Number
ahead.
4.
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke me up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
It's me again. God's gonna turn around. I'm calling on you. You did it before.
WIFTBPM.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
Welcome back. You are viewing and listening to the Book of Dawn from the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios. It's Wednesday. I told you guys that already. Let me refresh your rememory, Black Speak. My favorite things. Burt's Bees chapstick. Somebody put in the thread that I guess there was a commercial, and they said that there was all these families, and the black family that was portrayed was a single parent family. I definitely understand how that could be offensive, but I'm gonna let them slide because I was raised by a strong black woman, so I'm gonna let them slide. Okay, and look at me now, right here at the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. How about that part? Mael Edge Tamer and the Rosemary Mint hair serum. Jacinta Fisher's JMF Home Designs. Bambi Montgomery Candles Hive, the name of her company. Charisse Westbrook's Light and Love Candles. So she gives you light in the candle and love with a little special, something encouraging. That's the light, and then the love comes from. Yeah. Bambi's Hive brand and Jacinta's, they're luxury brands. Bambi's Hive, she also does scents. She's one of the few black woman perfumers in the country. And then Jacinta does home designs, but she also does interior designs, commercial and residential. Super dope. Good smelling
candle. I love to sniff my camera. What's your favorite kind of candle scents?
Probably vanilla.
I was gonna say a warm vanilla smells.
But I do like the highlight. Like when I put that air freshener in, they took it out. I like the smell of like food, like cobbler. I like that around. There's a time for that. Yes. But vanilla is my favorite. It's probably
there's a vanilla or like a sugar vanilla something. My brother had that, like stuff like that. I like it too.
Listen, I'm over here. If you guys are wondering why I keep digging my elbow into the side of the chair, it's because a mosquito bit me on my elbow, and I cannot get to it properly. I'm big mad. I'm bigger mad. That's my new word. I'm not just big mad. I'm bigger mad. That's madder than mad. That's my new word.
It's crazy when you got an itch, especially like if you're.
Yeah, it's bad. It's like irritating. Hey, you don't watch Power?
Well, I do. I just had the new
book two.
Book 2. I have to.
It was good.
Stream on the thing and I'm gonna binge watch it for like a day.
It's good.
I'll get somebody's account or something. I'll go to somebody's house that has the account and I'll watch it. Because I watched everything. I love Power.
Oh, it's good. Tariq is coming on around. Yes, Charisse. Yes. So Charisse Westbrooks has joined the family of viewers. I've been doing my favorite things, and you are one of my favorite things. So, get your Christmas orders in, because I'm not guaranteeing shipment before Christmas, but I'm thinking she might
say something else. I'm not guaranteed shipment.
Right, because I'm a cussing saint.
Right. With me, with my Cash App yesterday.
Right.
I was trying to say Cash App.
But that's transactional. There are people that cash and ass. That's a thing. Wasn't your thing, but that is a thing.
I was like, did I just say that? Like,
did you see my meme? Did y'all see my meme I posted? That I want to be a godly woman and a thug too?
Yeah.
That is so mean. Somebody
but
said.
You could do both.
Eric Davis replied, "What's wrong with both?" I'm like, okay, I could gang for God, but I meant it like a different way. But okay, I'll take it.
But there's a difference. You could still be a good, decent person, but still have that thug, or I don't even want to say ratchet. Like,
you can say it.
We can have it on both sides. Yeah,
you can say it.
That was a good series too. Do you like scary stuff? Well, it's not scary. It's creepy.
I don't
Ratchet,
like creepy.
The series on Netflix. Did you ever see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
I did, but I was young, and
Well, and that's not creepy. It's borderline, like it's one of those thrillers, and so Nurse Ratched, it's based on like her. It's like a prequel. She was the nurse. Yeah, so it's not scary where like Freddy Krueger's jumping out.
But is it spiritual? Like, was it gonna vex my spirit?
It's a little borderline creepy-ish, just with the insane asylum and stuff like that, and people doing like murders and stuff. It's a cool series. So I watched the whole first series. I binge watched it, and they're going to definitely come out with the second series. But just seeing how she became a nurse and some of the craziness and stuff, it's a good series.
Well, I you know me and spirits and getting vexed and stuff.
You're not.
My spirit get real tricky.
See, now I could watch horror movies, but when my mom had her knee surgery, so my mom's getting rolled out to do anesthesia. She's talking with the nurses about the TV show Nurses on TV. And she comes out after the thing, and they're talking to her. She's like, okay, it comes on this night. And they're talking about the thing. And I can't watch stuff like that. Trauma things where people have, like, needles, or I know it's real. I can watch
real stuff.
I can watch Freddy Krueger cutting your neck off or doing whatever, but I can't watch like a 2020 documentary of like open heart surgery. I would start freaking out and cry. I don't even like getting shots myself.
I just, when we get to scary and like spiritual, and I start smudging.
Okay, well, don't watch like Rosemary's Baby.
I did when I was little. That's why I don't watch it anymore. Carrie, like
they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
The blood and girl, that's the devil. I'm like, not watching that. It make me get my spirit all kooky and nervous.
Nothing like a kooky spirit.
Hey, I will grab some smudge and smudge you dead in your face, like Mr. Milhouse is like. He walks in the house and he's always like, okay. I literally smudge before people come in my house. When they leave, the spirit of God is going to be in this place. Amen.
Okay. And no disrespect, but what does it mean when you smudge? What is that?
I am spirits. I am releasing good energy.
I mean, are you taking
positive.
Like incense? Like that's what I'm saying.
It's a sage.
Sage. Okay, so
that's one
smudge.
of my. You'll see, it's one of my favorite things.
Okay.
I have sage incense in here because I incense smudge the studio.
Okay.
But I'm going to bring the sage and you light it. And
so doing a smudge is like blessing, kind of, or like
blessing,
or
cleaning,
warding away like the
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's become more popular. Like a lot of things. Some of these people don't
Smudge.
even have
So
the
not
spirit man to smudge. But
I know smudge, just like I learned cobs.
Yes. Yeah.
I know what dibs was. I always knew what dibs was, but I'm like, what is she talking about? A cob, right?
Right. Corn.
Right. But that's because I thought you said dubs at first. I'm like, a dub, like you should talk about a $20 bill, like a dub and a cop. I'm like, oh, dibs. Okay.
So tomorrow, I just want to, so in case I don't get to say it on the back end, tomorrow's going to be a really interesting conversation. We are going to talk about,
I was like,
you
was
hungry?
that you?
But something did you in my stomach?
You were talking about your cookie stuff, right?
We are in the middle of a pandemic, right? Prayerfully on the tail end of it. But when the pandemic is over, there are some real life things that we have to talk about and prepare and help each other and share with each other. And one of those things is autism. And, even the movement, Black Lives Matter, Black Boys Matter, Black Men Matter, so do people who were born different than us, and being Black and having autism and getting resources, and the disparity of children of color being born with autism versus those not, and the fact and myth of does it come from vaccinations? Like with this whole pandemic, I thought it was very timely to have this conversation. I happen to know and be very close to several people who have children with autism. My cousin, my auntie Vivian, has a grown autistic child. Deborah Vines has Jason is a grown-up. Kim Sparks has a daughter who has propionic acidemia, but also autistic daughter. Sanji, one of Michelle's friends, Sanji, has an adult son with autism. It can't be easy. And so I think to share the awareness of what it is and how we address it and where resources are and just create a network for them, I think is important.
I totally agree with you. I think because my friend Montel Griffin, the boxer, too, I have a lot of friends. I mean, Deborah Vines, we have on her I've had her on all platforms because she's such a great speaker with it. And I think a lot of parents, some parents, they don't talk about it because I don't know if they're scared. They blame themselves thinking something went wrong. Other people, they hide, or people are afraid to talk about it to families because they don't know what to say. And there's so many different levels of autism as well. So I think when we bring it to light, it I don't want to say normalizes, but people can feel more comfortable talking, realizing, okay, these are people. Also, they have some different ways about them, but as long as we know what they're going through and know more about it, you don't have to be scared. I think people get very scared.
Yeah, the being unfamiliar.
Yeah. And they don't want to say the wrong things to the families, and they're very careful, and but I just think it's great. I think it's great to bring awareness, and this is just something that affects so many people. I'm so glad that people are more talkative about it these days. So
we have to be open. We have to be open-minded. Definitely. We have to be receptive to things that aren't in our comfort zone, and we have to be aware because it's real and it's not going it's not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. We're going to be done with the pandemic, but we still got to deal with what is.
Right.
And sometimes we have to actually be serious. I know I kid a lot, but when my stomach speaks again, I'm going to put the microphone up to it because I clearly am hungry. We're going to take a break and come back and chat with Donna Graham, my sister, the original. I'm going to say it. She don't want me to say it, but I'm going to say she the original housewife, honey. Way before these TV shows in Atlanta, baby. Okay. Donna Graham is the original housewife of any city. I said it. We'll be back with Donna Graham, Licorice Lounge.
Hey, y'all, this is Salim Muwakil from Muwakil's World. In case you missed the last discussion, this is what you missed.
There was a time when there was a large-scale mythology that African people had no endurance. We were only good for sprinting.
Right.
And that was our forte. Other than that, we were useless in marathon races. Establishing your patrimony on the land. If you bury the dead, that means that this land is forever in your family.
Who are our ancestors, really? We are the living ancestors to a whole genealogical line going back hundreds of thousands, millions of years that we carry within us living today. Everyone who preceded us. Mm-hmm. However, that conception took place, whether it was violently, with rape, or whatever the case, but we are them living today.
That's why it's important to understand our capacity, man. Our capacity is unlimited. We have unlimited potential.
Absolutely.
So make sure you tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday. Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
That's a jam.
Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, baby?
say that, Sam Trump. That's Sam Trump, y'all.
He's
Sam
so
Trump online.
talented.
He's so swaggy.
He's swagalicious.
You hear that? That's one of the songs that make you feel like you can actually sing, especially with my little cracky voice. I can do that because. Ooh, come on, peanut butter. Listen, welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn with Lisa E. Today we're flowing with Flo, aka Peanut Butter. I hope his girl. Oh, he doesn't have a girlfriend. That's right. I'm in charge of finding him a wife. Self-imposed in charge. Welcome back. This is the Book of Dawn. Who's that girl? Woman Crush Wednesday. And who is that pretty girl? That's Donna Grant.
Hi.
Happy Wednesday, Miss Donna.
Happy Wednesday.
How are you? Look freaking fab.
Do I?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. I did put a little makeup on today.
Oh, look at you. You just put your glass. You even look cute in glasses, so you know you're cute.
I can't see it all.
That's okay. Donna Grant. This is Donna Grant. You guys, let me introduce you to Donna Grant. Chicago born and bred, certified real estate specialist. Just in case you don't know, because I didn't know until I knew her. When you're a certified real estate specialist, it's when you've sold over so many millions of dollars in real estate. That's a level.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So there's real estate, and then there's specialists. So that's boss lady-ishness. She's also the owner, the proprietor of Licorice Lounge, which is on Chicago's South Side, and a member of the Powerhouse Foundation, which is a newly formed foundation in the city of Chicago, purposed to do what many of the women that we talk to on Woman Crush Wednesday do, and that's to support other women, not just of color, women in general, in making certain that we give them resources, our physical assistance, our monetary assistance, and just bringing them into a sisterhood of women with business minds, but also a mind for the community. That's awesome. Welcome to the Book of Dawn, Donna Grant, the Chicago's original housewife, and really the original housewife of way before these shows were on. Nene Leakes ain't got none on you.
Thank you.
Donna, can you share with us, you two are a private school baby. Can you just share with us your journey? Is anything off limits? Like, I know it's off limits from what we do in our spare time.
Right.
But is it okay to talk about where you started and then life after the new life began after divorce?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Donna, you go to private school, and your goal when you go to school is to be what?
You know, I really hadn't decided what I wanted to be. I had no idea. I was just going to school to get a degree. I majored in marketing, but did I think I was going to use it? I kind of didn't, because I kind of thought I wanted to do something more than that. But that was basically my goal, just to get a degree.
Okay. Which is probably many of us.
Right. You know, you got to have a degree.
Yeah. My mama said, get a degree.
Right.
And okay. And so you graduate high school, you go to college, and then tell me how life changes for you in that moment, because that was the start of you becoming the woman you are now.
Yeah, it was kind of pivotal, because I was going to school at Roosevelt, and I was out with some of my friends, right? We was at Heroes, and I met this guy, and he was Horace Grant, right? So I worked after school. I didn't do sports or any of that. So I kind of knew that he played basketball, but I had never heard of it, you know? So anyway, we connected. We moved in together, and we got married in like 5 months. That was it. And then, you know, I had Horace, little Horace, And we got married. We stayed together for some years. It was a different lifestyle that I'm accustomed to, different backgrounds and upbringings, and we got a divorce.
Donna, tell me because I'm sure some of the people that are viewing or will view this have had that moment of divorce, of what really gave you the courage to say, okay, too much. The promise of marriage is such a big thing, and then when it
Right.
doesn't go the way you think it should, it's a huge step to separate. Was that a difficult process for you?
You know, as I got more into the marriage, as time went on, things really kind of just, things that I had never heard of happened in my marriage because I wasn't accustomed to this type of, I guess, maybe the lifestyle with the women and the partying and, all of the other stuff that go along with it. And I had kind of gathered kind of early after so many episodes that I knew I wasn't going to be married long. It was just kind of my gut because I was pretty miserable. Not to say that he's a bad guy, because he's not a bad guy at all, but we were both young. We were like 23, 23, 24. We met at 22. So we were both young, and things happened that I just couldn't deal with any longer. So I checked out a while ago. You know how we check out first, and then I got the courage to leave.
And for you specifically, because you are different than I in that you were raised by a two-parent home, in a two-parent home. So your experience and your expectation is very different because your parents are only separated because of the loss of your father, not because of anything physical or that our physical bodies would do. So your respect for marriage and the power of it is very different.
It really is. But you know what? I have to be honest. I have to say that when I was younger, I wasn't thinking of any of that. To me, that was just kind of normal because most of my friends were like in two-parent homes. So I never thought that it was like anything different other than what I knew. But then, I became the single mom and I got it. It was like it clicked. I got it. And my upbringing was different,
Donna, what you've done successfully is where many women get divorced and their idea of their ideal changes. What you've done successfully is find your way and still live your lifestyle, but it's your own. Can you tell us how Licorice evolved and became a place that we all love to go pre-pandemic and enjoy each other, listen to good music, watch movies on the patio? Can you tell us how that was born?
You know what? After I got divorced, I dated. I had another baby. I had Alana, and I lived so many years thinking that that's all I was supposed to do was just take care of my kids, not knowing how to balance. I'm gonna have to say, I guess I didn't know how to balance. It never dawned on me, how to balance. I knew that I could do other things when I was selling real estate, but I was just there. I was just doing it. It wasn't like anything that I loved because after I got divorced, it took me some years because I felt like the biggest failure there was. When you go through a divorce, for me, I just felt like I failed, and it took me a while to get over that. So then I moved to the city. And after I moved to the city, it was like I kind of saw things differently. And then I wanted to give back in my community, in the Black community. So I was selling real estate and I was on the MLS and I saw that the shelter, it used to be called the shelter, was for sale.
Okay.
I called the guy. We worked for the same company. He was in a different location. He was downtown. I was in Northbrook. I came, I saw it. He had no lights on because, it was a lot of things wrong and he didn't want us to see it. But it was okay because I knew this is what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Because I took the time before I did that and started kind of just learning the business. You know, I used to throw parties, host parties, and things like that, just trying to get to learn the business. And that's how Licorice became about.
Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the struggles of business, but how you survive in it. I would personally say I think it's because of your heart for your community. We're going to take a break and come right back, talk about Licorice and having a business in Chicago and being affected by the pandemic. And then we're going to talk about the other cool stuff that I don't want to share until we come back. So let's pay a bill and come right back. This is Donna Grant. Who's that girl? Licorice Lounge, certified Donna Grant, and the mother of two incredibly beautiful children. We'll be right back. This is the Book of Dawn.
Hey family, this is Dawn Milhouse from the Book of Dawn. Christmas and holiday time means giving to me. Make certain that you give of yourself to somebody else. This is Dawn. Happy holidays from the Book of Dawn.
This is retired State Senator Ricky Hendricks. This is my new song, Be My Christmas. It's on my house. It's available on my website, HollywoodHendon.com, and this is our new song, We Getting Lit. The album also has songs like Corona Money. Get the house party CD in time for Christmas and New Year's Eve.
This is the king of house music, Farley Jack Master Funk, and I endorse Hollywood Ricky Hendon. Let's go to work.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
Steve Stanley.
Bring your body here to me. Always sexy as can be. Watching every move you make. No more dreaming about today. From the first time I saw you, I knew you'd be mine. See, I knew that you would be mine. Baby, now I know that I can't leave the rest behind. Now I can leave the rest behind. Yeah. 'Cause baby, you make me feel like I'm dreaming. Am I dreaming? Baby, I never thought that I'd feel it. All I want is to spend my life with you. Spend my life with you. Spend my life.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to the Book of Dawn from the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios. We are joined by Who's That Girl, Donna Grant. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's Donna? What happened to Donna? Miss Donna, what happened? There she
I'm
is.
here.
There she is. We are joined by Donna Grant, owner of Licorice Lounge, located on 87th Street. Also a board member of the Powerhouse Foundation. Again, I said that's a newly established foundation. But Donna she lived south. She moved to one of the poshest neighborhoods in this area, Northbrook, and then intentionally came back to her own side of town and reinvested in her own side of town. Donna, why is it important for you to reinvest in your community?
You know, it's important because when I moved back, when I was growing up in my neighborhood, most of the businesses that I walked past on 62nd Street under the L tracks were Black, mostly Black owned. And when I came back to the city, I could hardly find any Black, especially female owned businesses. So I thought it was very important to show other little kids, you know, to give them the impression that you can own your own business also. You can do this, I can do this, you can do this, because that's what I saw. You know, and I didn't know any different. I saw what I saw, and I wanted to duplicate that. I wanted to be more Black businesses. I want little kids walking to school to see that, yeah, this is female and it's Black. You know, and I can't tell you how many people, when I first got the place, would stop in just to see what the nationality was of the owner and how they were so excited to have us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge point. That's a whole nother conversation we can have
Yeah.
because you are the color of the community. And that, I think I talked to Neil on one of her shows, we were discussing how people come in our neighborhoods and basically exploit it. And we can own those places. But it's difficult. I don't know if it's because we're afraid of the difficulty or if we just don't realize that it's actually something you can do, at which Donna is evidence of. Donna, was it difficult raising two children as a single mom?
You know, I had a really big support system, my mom and my dad and my sisters. So, no, it was, when I was married, I was almost a single parent anyway because he traveled so much. So I was always alone anyway. So it was just what I knew and what I had to do. I didn't think of it any differently. I didn't even compare it to like my parents raising us. I just jumped in.
Donna, one of the things that you and I have been able to do over many years is maintain a sisterhood. Not often I have to set apart our sisterhoods, because we have a network of sisters that really do love and invest in each other. But there was once a time, and there still may be some women experiencing the inability of interacting with like-minded women in a real, genuine sisterhood support system. Our friendship stems back to the Chicago Stadium and Heroes. So 6 years.
Yeah.
But we have been able, even in moments of disagreement, find the authentic friendship that began when we were both too young to really understand what was going on around us. What advice would you give to women about maintaining friendships?
I would say the biggest thing is, we're not each other's enemy. We are, like you said, sisters. And it's okay if you have more than I have. It's okay if I have more than you have. We all bring different stuff to the table. The friendship is like a collaboration of just women and ideas and things. And we're pretty much, the way that I see it, I feel like, when you're in your own and you know who you are and you know where you're going and you're very secure, the best thing that you can bring is confidence, because confidence brings other confidence, to other people. So that's the biggest thing, is we're not in competition with each other. You win, I win. I win, you win. It's about lifting each other up.
And so many of us, even our younger, the generation behind us, are so, I got this, you don't have that. It's really not about the things.
No, it's not.
And what I see too, when women hate on each other, it's really their insecurities because they really want to be like you. When people do that, when you're a confident person, and because just like I always tell people in broadcasting, there's enough room for all of us, because women are always the ones competing against each other. I was like, there's enough fame and fortune for all of us. You get in where you fit in, and the guys never have a problem with it. Guys never have a problem, and women are always the ones that get, men have 2 children by 2 different people or in the industry. Nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, he just had another baby. A woman has 2 children by high-profile people, and all of a sudden they're labeled certain ways.
Right.
Well, or they label you or give you negative things, and now with social media, people have no problems once they're behind their pens or their fingers behind, to put it out there. And that's just not fair. You're still a human, and you're still the same person, so I'm really glad that women are coming together like your group. I'm glad that to see each other empowering versus trying to put down each other, especially when you bring so much to the table.
Yeah. Donna, what what from your experiences will you bring to the Powerhouse Foundation and additionally to your community through that foundation?
I think that what I can bring is, I feel like I have a different, because I've experienced something totally different that a lot of women, I have to say, I think would like to experience. I have a lot of experience with that, and I feel like that I can maybe direct or just share some of my experiences, no matter how bad they are, just be completely honest and raw, and just share what I have done and what I have lived through, what I have gotten over, the things things that happen, and like Lisa said, just empower other women, because we kind of all go through the same thing but different levels.
It's a good point. Donna, is Licorice open right now, or are you guys completely shut down because of the restrictions of COVID?
We are completely shut down, and we have been.
Go ahead.
We have been since, outside only, since the weather changed and you can only be outside. So we're completely shut down.
And even in a complete shutdown, you made a request of your sisterhood to do 12 days of Donna. Can you tell the viewers what that means to you and who you're supporting, even being completely shut down in business?
For me, it means Christmas, I think, is the time where I think we all should, not just Christmas, but it's just a special, magical time. And I just feel like I'm so blessed, and I have so much, not material, but just within myself, that I would just like to sprinkle some love everywhere that I can, to the people that, like my neighborhood, the people that put up with Licorice Lounge, and people outside talking, people who put up with the things that come with living next door to a lounge. So I just wanted to give like little donations to my neighbors, I have in the daytime when I'm open, I have seniors who have no families. So we adopted seniors, and just different things, just sprinkles. It's not major things, but one thing at a time. This year it started as the first one. Next year, hopefully it'll be bigger and keep growing.
Yeah. I want to just encourage you a little bit and tell you little things are big things, especially when we are living in real time. We already knew that life wasn't promised, but we've watched 300,000 people lose their lives. And I think that if I would share this information with somebody about what you're doing, a sprinkle to me might just be a little spot on my head, but a sprinkle to an ant is a whole washover. And so for you to continue to give of yourself when you're completely shut down, with 12 days of all the things you're offering, I don't know if you're popular, so I don't know if you're at your capacity for friend requests on Facebook or Licorice Lounges, but look on Licorice Lounge Instagram, and you'll see her request for people, if they can, to just give a little of themselves. And she's doing something different every day. So like I'm doing my favorite things, she's doing like a different sprinkle in areas of need, a turkey, a coat. And so that it's all different, but it's a really cute concept.
And the whole aspect too, I mean, people think, I know when people do donations, like if somebody passes away and they do a contribution in their name, even a $5 contribution to whatever the cause is. One of my best friend's sister just passed away of bladder cancer. And even if 100 people make a $5 donation, that's still, you still are part of it. People think, well, I don't want to be embarrassed or, and give less and have people think that I don't have that. Any little bit helps, and you might have just made somebody's entire week by the little gesture that you do. Doesn't matter how small or how big or what the experience, cleaning up somebody's house, helping somebody, dropping off grocery, whatever the case is, you would probably have an impact on them for this whole holiday season.
Well, Donna, Sharice Westbrooks said she'll help, and I saw on there that you're looking for shoes for your local shelter, right?
Right.
Okay, so when Donna is like a fierce volunteer for Milhouse Charity. So you remember the shoes we gave away with Sandy Robinson, right?
Right.
I got 100 pair for you. Just
all right.
Tell me where to drop them off. Listen. It don't have to be like you said. It don't have to be all of what in your brain you're making it. $1, a hand to volunteer. Come help her carry the stuff. That is giving of yourself.
When you do anything, you see somebody sitting outside. When I was teaching, well, we're on hold right now teaching, but it was cold outside, and there was just a man just sitting there, older man, and there was like a 7-Eleven right next door. I went inside, and I just got like the little two, like you have like a sausage McMuffin or whatever they're called in 7-Eleven, and I got him that and something to drink. You would have thought that this man just won the lottery. He literally had tears in his eyes. He didn't ask for anything. He did win the lottery. He was just sitting there. But I was like, it's cold out. And I said, sir, I just wanted to get breakfast for you. And I didn't want to be disrespectful. And his eyes he almost started crying. It's like, he probably was in such a good mood for the rest of the week.
Listen, Donna, 12 days, 12 days of Donna. She's sprinkling for 12 days. We're going to take a quick break, and before I get out of here, I have to Chicago quiz you. So I probably know a lot of the answers, but I have to Chicago quiz you. We're going to take a quick break, come right back. This is the Book of Dawn. What's in it for the Black People Media? 12.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Ricky said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart attack.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't. You don't like that? Yeah. I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right. Well, every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
About National Join a Positive Black Organization Day, because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn. We are joined today by Donna Grant, the owner of Licorice Lounge on 87th Street. When this pandemic is over or they lift some of these restrictions, I promise y'all we can party with masks on. It's a good time. I think she just posted a picture of me last week with a whole speaker on my ear, because that's what happens when we get together. Some stuff we can post, some we can't. Donna, born and bred, around the 63rd Street Ale. Sugar or salt and pepper on your grits?
Sugar.
Can you hear me, D?
I can hear you now. Did you hear me? Sugar?
Sugar. Okay. Oh, she's starting early. Sneakers or gym shoes? What do you call them?
Gym shoes.
Yeah. Cubs or White Sox?
White Sox.
Thin crust or deep dish pizza?
Deep dish.
Ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
Mustard.
She is too Chicago right now. Soda or pop?
Pop. Yeah.
Harold's Chicken or Uncle Remus?
Oh, Uncle Remus.
Lem's,
Uncle Remus.
Lem's barbecue dry rub or Leon style?
Lem's barbecue all day.
She said all day.
All day.
Do you say freeway or expressway?
Expressway.
Auntie or auntie?
Auntie.
Jewel or jewels?
Let's go to Jewel. Jewel.
Aldi or Aldi's?
Aldi's.
Who is that whispering? Dibs or Cobbs?
No, I was saying it in my head.
Oh, you did say all D's though with an S, so just so you know. Dibs or Cobbs?
Cops.
Washroom, restroom, or bathroom?
The washroom.
Do you go to the movies, the show, or the cinema?
Show.
Is it a living room or a front room?
Cinema.
Front room.
Louisiana hot sauce or Frank's?
Tabasco.
Yay! Yay! One time for Tabasco. Tabasco. Yeah, Donna, I would say you certified real estate and certified Chicago. I think the mustard and the pop and the expressway and the Aldi's sealed the deal for you.
Right.
And I think you might be the first person that chose Lems.
Really?
Yeah. People, black people like sauce on everything.
I love limbs. We eat limbs about 3 times a week at this bar. Yeah. But the thing is, I hate waiting outside in line now with COVID,
Yeah. Yeah, Lambs better get some DoorDash. Donna, you're going to stay with us till the end because we're going to close out. I can't wait till the pandemic is over so we can broadcast live from Licorice and I can actually have you in the studio and spend more time with you. But I just want to make sure that you guys knew that she is that girl. That's Donna Grant, my friend, my sister and friend, the mother of my beautiful niece and nephew. 87th Street is where she's located. In the meantime, follow her at Licorice Lounge on Instagram and make certain that you share a little love. You sprinkle some good stuff with Miss Donna. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about being black and autistic. It can't be easy, and it can't be easy raising a child with autism. Here's 2 things. I am an imperfect person loved by a perfect God. How about that? I am an imperfect person loved by a perfect God. The other thing I want to tell everybody is that time is too valuable to be wasted on anything less than love, good vibes, happiness, and champagne.
Right.
We sort of talked about that yesterday a little bit.
Do I need to repeat this? No. Don't forget the champagne part. Time is too valuable to be wasted on anything less than love, good vibes, happiness, and champagne. The champagne is, I should have started with the champagne. Champagne is love. Girl, let me call you later. I got a bottle of Veuve Rosé at the crib. You've been tuned into the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. In a thankful mode, I just want to, again, I know you heard me say it before, but thank you, Maze Jackson, for the opportunity to come here every day and speak to people, some that I didn't know, some that I know now, and many of them that I love. Stay tuned. We are here till 6 o'clock, and tomorrow we're going to talk to Deborah Vines, Kim Sparks, Vivian Frazier. Make certain you make an impact. Inconvenience yourself to make an impact with your hands, your money, your mind, whatever you can give in the life of somebody else. And what was the penultimate? That was my word. Why? Because what do we say every day? What is I going to say when the baby graduate? I don't know. I'm still be a Crimson Tide fan. But anyway, peace, and y'all know me. What do we say after that? Roll Tide. What, you going to say Roll Tide or no? Say it on the mic. Roll. Oh, okay. My husband went there, so I'll go ILL. Peace. Roll Tide. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Bye, Donna. I love you.
Bye.